and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making this really cool Galaxy Fortnite cake. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and let's get started. So far all I've done is stack up my cake and we have our three colors that we're going to use. I have a really bright purple. Here's the bright purple. A bright blue. And a navy blue. Okay, so we're doing something a little bit different. Normally I put them in piping bags, but because we're going to be taking these same colors at the end and putting it all in one bigger bag, I don't want to be wasting a whole bunch of bags, so we're just going to put these in the little sandwich bags and then we're going to transfer it over to a larger bag. Now we're ready to base ice our cake. So take a large blob of purple and just put that right on top. And I'm just going to be using this angled spatula and my little cake scraper that you see here. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to buy those. And this one's just the Wilton spatula. I'll put that down in the description as well. And if you know me, I don't do crumb coats, so we're just doing all one coat. And if you're new at learning how to do just all one coat, then I would recommend trying to do it while it's still frozen. It's a lot easier. And if you can't see, I'm going, since I'm right-handed, I'm holding my spatula cake scraper with my right, and with my left hand, I'm going all the way around the cake, so at 3 o'clock, and pulling all the way around, and I end back at 12 o'clock. Now I'm just going to go back in and fill like any holes or anything. Another key thing is to put on your icing pretty thick, and it should help with eliminate all the crumbs that should come off. Now I'm just letting you guys know that when you do these ombre multicolored cakes, you really only get like 1 or 2 shots out of getting it like that really distinct look before it just becomes like all a really big mush of just different colors. So really try to make sure that your cake is straight and everything, and you want a good base to it. And yeah, let's get to the exciting part. So we're gonna have my 2 colors. I'm gonna cut some small little holes. Maybe you can see I cut a pretty small hole at the top. And all I'm gonna do is just do a couple little lines. You can always go back and add more. So you can see that the dark blue shows up a lot. So I'm just going to try and go back and put some more lighter blue in there. And it's not going to be perfect on all the sides. You're just going to try to like pick out where you really want your front to be, because some sides are going to be a lot more blue, and then some sides are going to be a lot more like purple, like right here. But then like right here is really pretty, so we'll probably make that our front. Okay, so now you can see that we have a very straight, just purple base for the top, but my baggie keeps opening. This is why I don't like using baggies, but we're almost done. So Okay, so now that we're done with our cake, I'm gonna clean up the board with like a little bit of wet rag, try and clear out all that purple on the board. Pop it in the fridge so it can harden up a little bit, clean up this mess, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna do the most difficult part. So I have some cling wrap, and measure a piece. Okay, so when we roll it, we're gonna roll it this way. And all I'm gonna do is do a strip of blue. Gonna pretty much do all of it because I don't need this color anymore. I want to make sure that it's rolled. And I just pinch the ends so it's rolled all the way around, and I'm just gonna roll it up like a sausage. Okay, so here's my bag, and I got another plastic bag, and I put a star tip on the end. And all I'm gonna do is just cut where it meets. Gonna throw that away. And then carefully pick it up. Okay, now we have it in our bag. We don't have to worry about the colors coming out or anything. Now it should come out exactly the way we put it in the bag. We'll set this to the side. And real quick, next we're going to be doing a splatter paint. Don't mind my little flowers. I'm also doing a Mario cake this weekend, the same day. So if you want to check out that video, I will put a link down in the description below. And I'm just taking a little bit of white fondant. And just going to take a few little balls, and I'm just going to roll them into little balls. Just like this. They can be different sizes if you'd like. We're just going to roll it in some luster dust. Okay, we're going to pipe on our little rosettes on the top, and then we'll go back with the splatter paint. We're going to put on the little accent balls. And you do want to make sure you put the little balls on. Make those first, because this is dry luster dust that we used, and now we're going to add some Everclear to make it into like a liquid, so then we can do the splatter paint on the sides. So I have my Everclear. If you don't want to use Everclear, then you can use almond extract. And I do recommend just like buying a set of paintbrushes just for luster dust, because once you put it in these paintbrushes, it never comes out. So I have my thick-headed bristle brush, and all we're gonna do is with our finger towards the cake, use a little bit more. You don't want it too runny, because then it just runs down the side of your cake. Okay, so now that our cake has all the splatter paint on it, we can finally put the silver away, try and wipe up this mess. I'll probably just leave the board with the splatter paint on it because I think it makes it look kind of like cute. So leave that, and when you try and like wipe it, it'll get really smudgy. So I'm gonna pop this back in the fridge and clean this up, and we'll be right back for the Oreos. Okay, so for the last thing we're going to do for this Fortnite cake is put the logo on the front of the cake. I've already cut this one out. It was a full sheet, but already cut it out. Didn't want to waste your time. I cut it out with an X-Acto blade. Don't try and cut it out with a pair of scissors because it'll probably rip on you. But just lightly go along the edges. This is a vague outline. You don't have to go back and like go in like all these little corners because that was just going to be just way too much. Next we're going to transfer it on a sheet of fondant. You cannot just put this just straight on the cake. If it was a white base cake it would be okay, but because it's colored it will distort it, just all the colors and white that's already in it. So make sure you're putting it on a piece of fondant. This one, I've already just coming off really easily, but if it's really stuck to your back of your image paper, try just getting an angled spatula and just going along the edges, and it should just come right off. Okay, now with the same thing like I did earlier, just gonna go back with my X-Acto blade and just trace out the same image. And if you guys are really interested in learning how to do other cakes with images, we did a few other ones. There was like a Captain America one that we've done, and a GRINCH cake that we did with edible images. So go check those out. Okay, the very last part, we're just gonna put on our image and just try and find like a spot that like really works good for you. And there you go, now you have a really cool Galaxy Fortnite themed cake. Let me know what you guys think, leave a comment down below, and thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.